Hello everybody, it's Twisted here and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 Alberta. Now, as you can see, things are different. It is a few days later, more like 7 or 8 days later. Corn harvest has been going really well. Fortunately for us, I have more corn than I know what to do with at this point in time. However, we have a few pieces of equipment to take back to the house. Just because of the fact that I ended up picking up stuff that the farm's going to need. We're either going to use a lot of this stuff either this year here or next year. That being said, like the Class 960 Jaguar here is actually not going to be used this year. It is going to be used next year. Next year, basically, we got such a good harvest coming in this year that, like as you know, we had a pretty little bit of money before. We're still rocking about $1 million left. So this next year, with the levels of corn that we actually have and the ability to sell that I actually have, basically this next year we're going to be getting into animals. So I'm going to try to zoom back away from this truck because she does get kind of loud. All right. So today, I'm only going to be bringing a few pieces of equipment back in the farm. It's really early in the morning. We ended up getting rained out yesterday, so hopefully I can actually get back out in the field and get things going. Yeah, I'd really like to finish up on this corn harvest because, oh god, the train. Alright, well, the train appears to be stopped in our way. So we're gonna see what the Black Beauty here has to offer, and we're gonna try to see. We're gonna spin tires this a little bit, and see if I could kick it off road without high center in this flatbed. Getting over these tracks is gonna be kind of a bugaboo, so we're gonna try it. Just barely. Just barely. Okay, so hopefully the elevator here doesn't mind, but we're going to kind of go off-road right here and get back on our regular road. No sweat at all. Alright, so like I was saying, before I realized that there was a colossal roadblock, is that basically I would like to get back in and harvest. I've gotten a long way on harvesting, and like I was saying earlier, oh my god, I have more corn than I know what to do with. So I have a feeling that's going to come in handy, though, when it comes time to actually get into cattle. Hopefully my grain will hold up that long. If not, I'll just sell it off and we'll plant more cornfields. But basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide up the corn that I have. Basically, one trailer goes into the actual silos. One trailer is actually going to go over and get sold. So that being said, I'm actually going to back this into there. We're going to put it just there for right now. Thinking about disabling the actual Jake brake noise on this truck, though, to be honest. It's kind of loud for my taste. So you guys will see probably between this video and next as to basically whether or not I decide to disable that, at least make it quieter. So about the blatantly obvious, this is what I call the Black Beauty. This is a Peterbilt 389. As you can see, it is a long frame triaxle, or tag axle triaxle. That being said, when I bought her, the lights on the sleeper were not wired correctly. So I've got to get in there and I've got to figure out how to fix that. Fortunately, basically obviously she's gonna be a good truck for now, but I'm gonna wait till after harvest to get that done. So for the time being, I'm actually just gonna put this guy right here. And we're actually going to take a walk down here to the farm, to the actual farm, and see if we can get harvesting again. All right, guys. So as you can see, I have actually upgraded equipment. I know last time I was saying that, if it's red, leave it in the shed. But I was actually using a red tractor. As you can see, I actually found a John Deere for a better price. So I went ahead and returned that one to the store. I returned the old harvester to the store, gave them a nice bath, and sent them back. And they charged it as a equipment rental. So that being said, we've got a full bin here, so or full grain cart. So we're actually gonna go over and see if we can get this offloaded onto the truck. So as you can see, there's not much left of this field. I actually ended up getting a lot of work done between the last recording and now. Also, for those of you that were asking me on the last, that were down in the comments of the last video, the straw is actually built into this map. It bales it as cornstalk bales. However, if you bale it with a round baler, it will actually come out with a cornstalk bale texture and actually register as a cornstalk bale fill type. However, I found out that if you bale it with a square baler, they will just come out as straw and be universally able to be sold and used in pretty much everything. So technically they're cornstalk bales, but to make them actually work the way they're supposed to, everything has been basically turned back into straw. That's also, I wanted to make a quick point on this one. That's not an issue. That's not any particular issue that I'm having. It's just the way that the cornstalk bales are actually programmed in. They require, in order to be sold, they have to have a special sell point, which I don't know that this map has yet. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't done a lot of testing myself, but from what I've heard around the grapevine is that basically there are some issues being able to sell these and use them as feed and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd put them as square straw bales and go from there. Still works for the realism for me. So I don't see the point in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get this Claws harvester here offloaded. And also, you guys may recognize this is the Claws harvester from the Claws, or the Platinum pack, Platinum DLC. Like I was saying last time, it is a very phenomenal harvester, and I absolutely love it to death. So it has its place out here on my farm, for sure. All right. So in addition to this tractor, I did get it a little bit of backup. I have a 7310R and a I don't forget what the actual engine code is on it, but it's a 6R. That's right there. That's actually pulling the bale grab. So what I'm actually going to do is I've got it in a way where my workers should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get my camera out of the tree. And I'm going to go ahead and actually hire a worker to get this going. All right, yeah, this is the 7310R right here. I've got an H480 loader on it with an MDS grapple bucket. This is a very nice tractor with a John Deere 1412 baler, or 1424, sorry. Then on the 6R, I've got the H480 as well. Now, typically on a 6R, you'd probably see an H360, but the H480 is all that I have available at the moment, so I just figured I'd roll with that. If they're the same design, I believe it's the H360 is just a little bit smaller. That being said, I do have an MDS tri-stack grapple bucket, bale fork on the front as well. Fortunately, it's seen some use. So that being said, we've got a lot of bales to grab. I think I've pretty much just maxed out my storage so far on how many bales that I'm going to physically use. That being said, I do have a bale mod in that upgrades the capacity of these bales, so they are 10,000 liter bales a piece, which I know is slightly unrealistic, but honestly, this field is so big that I don't know what to do with everything that's here. So if I had, I already have a boatload of bales that are over there that, as you'll see as I go to drop these off. But if I would have left these at normal capacity bales, I would have had so many bales that I probably would lag myself out of this game. So, yes, it is slightly unrealistic. However, it's functional for me because it keeps it at a decent frame rate. So as you can see, this actual bale grab is from the Anderson DLC. As you can see there, this is the Anderson TSR-3450. This thing carries 14 bales on it, and it unloads by tipping up and sliding them off the back. Excuse me, kind of like a roll-off dumpster. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of bales, and I mean a lot of bales. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just put these over on the edge of the field. And basically I had a silo built while all this was going down. It's kind of like a ragtag makeshift silo where I'm actually going to put this stuff in, and I'm going to let it rot and try to use it as manure. So because, you know, once this stuff gets on gravel and then, or on ground and then actually plowed under, it should actually give some nice fertilization. So that's the plan. At least that's what we're going to try to do. I found myself doing it in the past, so it seemed to work out. Never done it up here under this terrain, so we're going to kind of find out. Alright, so we've got about 3 bales left before we got to go offload. Alright, we've got a bale right there, so go ahead and grab that. And then what I'm going to do, just for giggles, because a lot of the bales that are going to get sold are going to be in stacks of 3, is I'm actually going to grab a stack of 3 with this bale fork and take them over there, even though everything else is stacked in 2s. Because basically I've been running them over there with this and then just dropping them off for the time being. I'll probably bring the telehandler out here and most likely handle it that way when it comes to loading the semi. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see if I can do this without detaching the loader here. All right. So there's one. Ooh, okay. Now normally I probably wouldn't put this much strain on this transmission to be hauling this around while I'm trying to fiddle with bales on the front, but I'm kind of trying to, you know, get these over there in some kind of a timely fashion. Alright, so there is that. Also, guys, I realized that, you know, OSHA would probably scream if they saw this happening, because this is actually fairly unsafe, as I will not be able to see in front of me very well at all. However, that's why we're going to take it slow. So now we're going to go down to about there. See if we can snatch up this whole thing. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and head back. Try to see if I can miss any and all bales in the process. So one thing that I really have to commend custom modding for and KMN, because this is actually KMN's tractor, is that they actually had the gall to put the indoor camera on the seat, so that way, as you know, your air ride suspension is doing its thing, you actually experience it instead of just looking down and seeing the fact that your seat's bouncing up and down. That is one thing that I really wish that Giants would have did with the Claws DLC, is, you know, make it so that way the air ride actually works. But I don't know if it just slipped their mind or whatever the deal may be with that. Alright guys, so we are actually back over here. As you can see, my bales kind of got a little wiggly on me there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to set these just right here. And then try to flip this thing around and see if I can get these offloaded right there. All right, so let's get these offloaded real quick, and we'll go back for another set. All right, so we're actually going to move this guy out of the way. All right, guys, so we got another full load here, even 3 on the front. I'm going to kind of stay on the outside this time just to see if these bales are going to wiggle like the last ones did. All right, looks like the harvester is done with this part of the field as well, so I'm going to go ahead and get the weight off this front loader and then go over and see if I can get him started somewhere else. All right, so now that we're over here, I kind of took the control back from the combine. So we're going to come over here, and I'm actually going to get him started on the last part of the field, which is right back here. Hopefully, guys, this is it. Hopefully, this is it. To be honest, okay, there's a building over there. It has 6 unload stalls that carry, I think it was about 4,000 bushels a piece, I think. We'll find out exactly when I go to unload it. But that thing is almost full to the top. Like, it's ridiculous. This field, for the start of harvest, has done so well. I'm really hoping that the other fields will do the same. Unfortunately, I did lose 2 fields to wither. They did actually wither, so they died before I had a chance to get them off. However, we're still going to make, the best out of this harvest that we can. Oh, that one decided to fall. All right. If worse comes to worse, I'll just pick those up and put them back in the stacks at 2. At least they're over here. All right. That actually might be the way that I do that, is just kind of let the trailer push those off and slide them down. I know bales probably wouldn't physically do that in real life. However, this is a game after all. Yeah, unfortunately, that was one of the fields there that was lost. I wish I could do something about it, but I really can't. All right, so on our way to get 14 more. All right, guys, so we got another load here. God, this is one of many more to come. Plus, I haven't even baled all of this yet, and I still got to do that. I'll probably get another 100 bales out of that, probably. Anyway, guys, I think this is about all the time that I have for this particular episode. So between now, actually, I'm going to do one of the things that I said that I'm going to do before I end this, and actually show you guys the current storage. So the current corn storage that I have, we got to bushwhack it here a little bit. The current corn storage that I have is actually in this building. It's a global company building that actually allows the person to pick which stall it goes into. These are 200,000 liters apiece, and as you can see, 3 of them are filled to the brim. 1 is almost there, and I've still got 2 empty ones, and I'll guarantee that this one will get filled at least by what's left of the corn that's out there. So this one's going to be kind of a fun one to go through and actually try to unload. I'm probably going to try to get something big. I have a loader over there. I actually have 2 claws loaders over there. Hopefully they'll be big enough to do what I need, but we'll find out. Anyway, that's all the time that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, make sure that you click the like button down below to let me know that you like this video. It also kind of helps me, know that I'm doing stuff right. Also, if you want to see anything else that this channel has to offer, we're going to be playing all different kinds of games in the future. Make sure that you click the subscribe button down below. Basically, if you look at the little subscribe button and it's red, then you're doing something wrong. It needs to be gray. Also, make sure that you click the little bell icon because I'm trying to get on an upload schedule of Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But that'll help you if, something goes askew from that. That'll help you know when the video actually makes it out. Also, feel free to check out the Patreon down below. I will leave a thing at the end of this video giving you a preview of what it's like to have your name at the end of my videos. And it's only $1 a month to do that. Now, I get it. A lot of people in the farm sim community think that Patreon is a scam. But basically, you're supporting me as a creator. If you like what I do, it only costs $1, and then you get your name at basically at the end of every video that I post. And if you spend $2 a month, and it's by month, not by video, if you spend $2 a month, then you get your name as a supporter through every piece of media that I have. Right now, that's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So make sure that you guys do that, or at least look into it. Also, make sure to check out Max Level Mag. They're the company that helps support me through everything. They've paired with me on this, and they've been gracious enough to kind of help me out in terms of giving me an additional place to reach out to you guys. So make sure you check them out. Their link is in the description down below as well. Anyway, once again, now that this outro has taken way too long, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, keep it twisted.